Those beliefs didn't make sense to Alex.
True. This
and
is
he was
shirk.
reluctant
This
to
is
accept
bid'ah.
them. He now recalls those beliefs were the farthest thing from Islam.
100%. 100%. And I'm going to elaborate a little bit on that. When you believe that there's a little blue rock, all right, it's made from some factory across the world, entirely fake, has nothing to do with Islam. Your prophet that you emulate his life never even talked about it, never even used it, never even wore it, never touched it. The blue eye has nothing to do with Islam at all, 0%. So when then you give something like the blue eye, like the evil eye, people put it in the front door of their house, in their business, left and right and center. They put this all over the place. So when they do stuff like this, and they're thinking this blue eye is gonna protect me from the bad people, from the hasad, from the evil eye, from the dark energy that people can give off. So when you believe in that, you're believing that this little piece of glass or plastic that's man-made, that has no spiritual connection to Islam whatsoever, has power in Islam. So this is not an Islamic teaching. You've totally adopted something that has nothing to do with your own deen, with your own religion. Entirely different world that you've adopted here. This is just some sort of conspiracy type of like throw salt over your shoulder to get rid of the bad spirits. Like what? There's nothing rationally or empirically correct about this at all. So when I grow up and people tell me this. My cousins, friends, 1, 2, 3, kids at school, wherever I go, people always tell me, oh, the blue eye this, a slipper being upside down means that Allah is looking at the slipper, it's pointing at Allah, and this is bad because it's disrespectful towards God. What? None of these teachings, when I was growing up, a social Muslim, as I was aging, I was never taught nothing about the real Islam. Matter of fact, it wasn't even really Islam to begin with at all. People prayed 5 times a day, yeah. Besides that, that's pretty much it. Fasting doesn't really matter. You break it. Oh, take a little sip. It's no biggie. The slipper being upside down, yeah, it's pointing towards God. The slipper should be on the floor. What? There's a little blue eye. People put it in the front of their businesses, the front door of their houses. They have it hanging on from chandeliers in their houses. Are you stupid? What are you doing? What is this? This has nothing to do with the religion that you claim to submit your life to. Matter of fact, it's one of the biggest sins of that religion. Not only is it like it's wrong, it's literally a sin. It's haram. It's one of the biggest harams you can possibly do, believing that a little blue eye has power to protect you, but then God doesn't, right? So it's like or that God is looking at the slipper from top down. So that means God can only see my hair. With that same logic, God right now could technically, from that same logic, which is obviously wrong, could only see the top of my head. How does anybody, even an atheist, would say, bro, that's the dumbest shit I've heard in my whole life? So, it's satanic? Yeah, most likely is, bro. It's definitely, that's definitely against Islam. It's anti-Islam. Then again, in Islam, there are certain like rings that you wear. There is certain things that like the Prophet wore and that he did and stuff like that. Peace be upon him. But these rings, we don't believe these rings are put this magnetic force field around us and start shooting away the radioactive. No, bro. We just wore it because the Prophet wore it. It's not complicated. Let's go back.
And
Get into a deep rant about that. My bad.